You know, this platform is so massive, and it was never practical, ever, to build a business around what you loved while you worked a standard job. Because you weren't going to open a coffee shop while you're working as a paralegal from 9 to 7, or we're going to be open 8 to 9 p.m. It was not practical. But back to Jarvis's thing, though content is harder than ever to monetize against, which is why so many people are struggling, it's never been more valuable. I don't give a shit what you do, you need to be in the content game. Because content is the cost of entry to get those flies into your world. It's a huge play, and I'm just thrilled that this is real. It's absolutely real. There's an enormous amount of low-hanging fruit, and people are gonna start eating those grapes. Yes, sir.
Hi Gary, my name's Anthony. I didn't read your book, but I listened to the video, your audio, and I thought it was, I liked the insight, because a lot of stuff that you talked about in the book, you said, okay, since you bought the audio, I'm going to go a little bit different, you talked a little bit more. And how did you come about that, and what made you come up with that idea? Because I thought it was incredible, that little insight you had besides that.
Yeah, so, thanks Anthony. So, my publisher was like, we're going to release an audio of the book. I'm like, oh, I should read that, people might like that. And so that was my first thought, but then I was like, wait a minute, let's do it in like December or January because so much will change, right? I mean, in Crush It, I'm like, oh, Flipcam better be careful because I bet you the iPhone might get a camera. You know what I mean? Shit changes so fast. So I was like, so I really just gave a lot of thought. I thought there'd be an enormous opportunity for me to riff off of the reality of the new marketplace. And so I think every book that talks about technology should come out with audio 6 months after their release. It's a second revenue stream. Your product's gonna be much better. And if you're ridiculously charismatic and awesome and you go off the script, off the hip like I do, you'll dominate.
It made some of my long drives the best. I was cracking up so hard a couple of times. It was a good book. Thanks.
Thanks, bro. Hello.
Hi, Gary. My name's Wendy. I'm a mom from Kansas.
Awesome. Are you a Kansas or a Kansas State fan?
KU.
KU.
Absolutely.
And do you think you're going to win the tournament?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all watch that.
Yeah, y'all.
Actually, that's all y'all watch that.
Sorry. Gotcha. My bad.
Okay, so I've been a community manager for about 2 weeks, and I came down here to, sorry, I get verklempt.
No worries. You're doing amazing.
Thank you.
Let's clap it up for us. Is it my ridiculous good looks?
Totally.
Nice.
So when I came down, I decided to only talk to genuine people and absolutely not pitch to any of the cool people.
Right.
And that's worked out really well for me. So I wanted to know if you had a meridian.
A meridian?
And if I could give you one.
I love a meridian. There's only one problem with a meridian. I'll take it. I'm devastated that I'm not cool. Thank you. Great. Don't be scared, don't say. What do I do? What am I now? What's the meridian? I don't know, but sorry that the keynote's over because it's going to take an hour. What's the meridian? What's the meridian? I'm going to tell you in a second. OneWorldConnects.com. The number one, worldconnects.com, okay?
Meridian. And the whole point is to, when you check in somewhere, that's all cool, but you're not talking to each other. So this is a way, a universal symbol to start talking to each other. And on top of that, if you trade them, you get points and you can vote on what charity you'd like for us to give to.
Awesome. Thank you. I got a meridian. I am so not cool. All right.
Yes.
You can't top the meridian, dude. You might as well sit down.
I can't beat that.
How are you?
I'm fine. Hi Gary, my name is Paolo Nagari, I'm Italian. And I was wondering, since there is 1.7 billion people online every day.
I didn't hear that part. Can you just get closer to the mic a little
Yeah, 1.7 billion people online every day. Only a fraction is North America. I was wondering, do you think it's about time we kind of start to reach out for multinational audiences? Out there, we have clients, suppliers,
Yep.
or you name it, and they do actually speak English. So I think we are wasting or missing out on an incredible opportunity every day.
I think so too, but I think it's kind of like if you're noticing some of the Groupon stuff, some of the one-off sites right now, they're starting in like one city, whether it's DC or Chicago. You're seeing a lot of that kind of stuff. I think for businesses, you start talking about the world, that's a lot of cake to eat, you know, bless you. I think what's important is that people need to, try to kind of climb one hill at a time, and I think that's why you're seeing that. You know, we're even seeing, I think we're taking a push the other way. If you notice, a lot of people are now launching Secret London, this and that, launching very localized, then going to the next step. But I think there's a very huge, naive thought process of how much opportunity is out in the world. You know, my last career world was the wine industry, and I had a huge perspective on different parts of the world in business, and I was born in Russia, so I have maybe a different outlook, and I think we'll get there. I definitely think we'll get there. However, I think the trend for the short to medium term is people launching their platforms extremely local, owning that, getting learnings out of there. It's kind of like, you know, friends and family restaurant launch, you know, and then building from there.
Yeah, my just last thought was, for many small businesses in America, I think there is an incredible audience wherever your service or product is, and I really encourage you to reach out for that incredible audience.
Good stuff. Thanks. Let's clap for the people when they come up here.
First of all, I would like to really thank you.
Thank you.
For making Hardly Normal
Yeah.
an invisible TV. I don't know. Yeah, let's all give a round of applause. I don't know. I forgot to say, I'm at Cantor on Twitter, Beth Cantor, Beth's blog. And so I don't know if you explain what was going on.
Not yet.
Okay, but
Big finish.
oh, it's a big fish.
You're blowing my shit up.
Oh, okay, so should I just keep it quiet?
Yes.
But what if people leave?
Nobody's leaving this shit. So what Beth's trying to say is that...
Well, can I just tell you a story about last night?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Does it get ridiculous?
Yes.
Do you get naked?
No, I'll tell you, last night, big party night, so Mark and I went out to party, but we actually just walked up and down Congress Street.
Yep.
And there were some visible people on the street.
Yes, there was.
Yes.
Yes,
So
there was.
we found a couple guys sitting there, and that's what Mark does. He beautifully tells their stories.
He does.
And, so we sat down and talked to them, and I asked if they were hungry. So Mark sent me off across the street. I bought some pizza and some water. It's a good thing to get food.
Yes, it is.
They're hungry. And the guy's like,
InvisiblePeople.tv.
yep.
And it's a charity I'm supporting in the Pepsi Refresh contest. So everybody, Mashable, which is the evil empire, wrote a story, so they're ahead of us. But I knew that the passion in this room, I would win. So anybody who uses the hashtag #RefreshGary, that's why that's up there, we get points. So I really need your support because we want to win.
But
I get them a $50,000 grant. What's that? Well, I don't want to force people to do anything they don't want to do.
but let me finish my story. The two homeless guys, you interrupted me. Okay. No, I don't want, I'll go from here. I don't need to be on the stage. But the two homeless guys talking, they knew about this, and they knew about Mark, and they wished him good luck. And the other thing I wanted to say, one of the guys lives here in Austin. He was looking for work. He paints houses. If anyone here knows anybody in Austin who needs some painting work, he needs work. He wants to work. Just at Hardly Normal, and say I can help that guy get a painting job in Austin.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ben.